This is the 2026 Dell XPS 16. We're going to unbox it straight ahead. Hey guys, it's Alex from Techaeris, and I'm back with a laptop unboxing, finally, of the Dell XPS 16. This is the 2026 model, the brand new XPS that I've been waiting for and longing for, and we are going to jump into this box now. All right, guys, let's get into this box. We have two boxes here. I am going to confess something. I already opened this. I already set it up because I couldn't wait, and I got it late yesterday, and I just went ahead and did all those things. But I put it back in the box for your benefit, so let's take a look. We have the black XPS box on the inside. We're going to remove that and put that to the side because I don't have a lot of space on my desk. And here we have the power cable, just your typical Dell power cable. And that's about all we have in this box here. We're going to put that to the side, and the rest of it is in the other box. All right, here is the inner box, and I'm not sure you can see that on camera, but it is embossed with XPS. We are happy to see XPS back. They took this name away last year for some unknown dumb reason, and they know the error of their ways, and they have fixed that, and we are back with XPS. And here is the inner box. Comes wrapped in a nice protective cloth cover. We'll put that to the side, and then you get your documentation in here. There's nothing really in there, but just kind of a little short overview of the device. And here we have our power adapter, and this is a 100-watt power adapter, and that's where your cable goes there. And you do get a USB-C on the other side, pretty typical. And I gotta say, that's a nice compact 100-watt charger. That is nice to see. And we're gonna put this to the side and get to the star of the show, which is this XPS. And I've already looked at it, so I know what it looks like. And I will tell you that it is a beautiful, beautiful device. And there we are. Your Dell XPS with this year, the XPS logo, because they were very, very apologetic for getting rid of this name last year, that they decided instead of putting Dell, because normally they put the Dell logo here on the XPS, but they put the XPS logo this year, and hopefully they'll keep going with this because this is their top brand, and I absolutely love the XPS laptops, so I'm glad to see this back. But anyway, this is kind of the grayish color, the gunmetal gray, space gray, whatever you want to call it. It's a gray color. It's a nice looking, darker. It's darker than a MacBook, and I have a MacBook here I'm going to pull out in a minute so we can compare a little bit on that. But there's your XPS logo. On this side, we get a USB-C Thunderbolt port with a headphone jack. And on this side, we get two USB-C ports of Thunderbolt. I believe these are Thunderbolt 4, but we'll get into that later. Again, this is just an unboxing. I am not going to go over all the specs and everything. I'll go over some things, but not everything in totality. I think that I'm going to have a few videos on this XPS 16 throughout the coming weeks. And here's your Dell logo on the bottom. They had to put that in there. I would have preferred this not to be there, but it's fine. And here you have venting on either side here. And then you just two long feet. Very clean. This is a CNC aluminum unibody chassis, so it's all what's kind of like what Mac does with their MacBooks. And let's open this up and take a look at what we got inside. And here we have backlit keyboard, and of course this is has caused some controversy with this keyboard. Some people don't like this keyboard, but they have made some changes to it in an effort to make everybody happy, which is not always going to be the case. You can't make everybody happy. So there is your display, just powered up. This is the OLED display. Let's bring that brightness down just a little bit. I think I have it at full brightness. This is your OLED display. I believe this is a 3K OLED display. I will look at the specs in a moment, but it is an absolutely fantastic display. A few other features here that are of note is this trackpad here. Last year's XPS, which wasn't called the XPS, had a trackpad that was not, you could not see it at all. It was just one solid slab here. This year, because people complained about it, I don't know if it's visible on camera, but there are two lines, one right here and one right here. You can feel them, and that kind of gives you an indication of where the trackpad ends and starts and ends. So you can, it's a haptic trackpad, so it's just like the MacBook, and you can actually feel where those lines are right there. And that's, it's an absolutely beautiful machine. This year, the XPS line is not equipped with a dedicated GPU. In prior years, these laptops were sought after for their GPUs because creatives like to use these laptops, and gamers as well. But with this version, we are running Intel's Panther Lake processor. So this processor is a much better processor at running intensive programs like video editing, photo editing, and doing some gaming. It's not a dedicated gaming machine. None of the XPSs were last time anyway, but this one is definitely up there. And with the Panther Lake, it's going to be able to run programs like Affinity Photo, Photoshop, Lightroom, DaVinci Resolve, all the video editing and stuff you need to do should be able to be done with this. It's kind of along the same lines as the MacBook. The MacBook doesn't have a dedicated GPU; it's just running those M4, M5, and M3 chips. So the efficiency of these new chips from Intel is really, really good. Speaking of the MacBook, I'm going to pull the MacBook out because one of the things that I noticed automatically, this is a 16-inch display here, OLED 16-inch display, and the MacBook is, I don't have the current one, I have an M1 Pro, so it is older, but the design is pretty much the same. I can't say about weight on the newer ones, but we're going to close this up and we're going to see the difference between this XPS and this MacBook Pro 16. So here's your MacBook Pro 16, and this is a 16, no, it's important to note, this is a 16.2 inch display. This is a 16 inch display, and you can see the difference in size. You can see the difference in size here. I have them butted up against each other here, and they're about the same in length this way, but here we have about a 1/4 inch, maybe a little more in difference. And we also have a difference in thinness. The XPS is slightly thinner than the MacBook, and it is quite a bit lighter than the MacBook. The MacBook does offer more ports, and XPS doesn't offer that many ports, but it is what it is. I also have a HP, just for comparison's sake here. I have an HP OmniBook. I believe this is an OmniBook 16. This is an HP OmniBook 16, and it is a little bit heavier than the XPS. And again, it's also, and this is a 16-inch display. It's not a 16.2 like the Mac, but it also is much wider than the XPS. The XPS manages to get that display in there with the infinity bezels. So their bezels are so thin that it allows Dell to have this smaller footprint, and that's welcome to me. It fits nicer in a backpack than these other two, and it's shed. I think it shed about 1 pound, according to the guides here. All right, I'm just gonna go over some key features on this thing while we pan around the keyboard here and the display, so you guys can take a look at all this again. We have a CNC aluminum unibody chassis and Gorilla Glass 3 on the display. We have the XPS 16 is 1 pound lighter than previous version, and the XPS 14 is 1/2 pound lighter than previous version. 70 watt-hour battery on here. It doesn't say battery life, but that's a 70 watt-hour battery, and it's pretty good for this size of a laptop. Of course, we're running Intel's latest Core Ultra Series 3 CPUs with 12 Xe graphics, paired with 64 gigs of RAM, which is LPDDR5, running up to 9600 MTs. Has a quieter performance and a chassis tuned to be cooler to the touch with the new dual fan solution that's in here. Of course, we talked about the Infinity Edge display here, and the reason why this laptop is a little bit smaller is because of these bezels here along the side and the top. The bezels on the Mac are far larger, and these are, because of this Infinity Edge, it allows for that size to be smaller. Of course, the other improvements here are your keyboard. The keyboard is supposed to be improved. I've typed on it a little bit, but not enough to really give an opinion on this. The function row is back and the number row, and no longer do we have the lit function keys up at the top, which was a mistake. Dell should have never done that in the first place. They should have learned from Apple that was a big mistake. So, and the trackpad is improved with enhanced force detection at the touchpad button area for more accuracy and responsive clicks. Of course, we talked about the etched surface lines here, so you can see that better. And this does come with 10-watt quad speakers, so your sound will be better on this. But that's it for now, guys. I just wanted to get this unboxed and show you guys around a little bit. I want to do more videos on the XPS 16. More videos will come out. I know some of the questions are going to be, what about battery life? What about the keyboard? What about screen door effect on the OLED? I'm going to talk to a screen door effect right now. I'll look for it, but screen door effect isn't something that affects me. That I've never seen screen door effect on any of the laptops that I've used, so I can't speak to screen door effect. I mean, I'll give you my opinion, but I'm sure there'll be other reviewers and other users that'll say, well, they see screen door effect. I think it's gonna be on a case-by-case basis here, that people may experience that and some others may not. And then we'll talk more about performance and stuff in other videos. Make sure you comment below. Tell me what you want to know about the XPS 16, and then I'll try to include that in upcoming videos. In the meantime, make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure that you make a comment below. Share with your friends. But most importantly, make sure you take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will talk to you on the other side.